Hello?
On a June night in 1980, Friday the 13th, 12 of her friends were murdered. Why should Friday the 13th, 1981 be any different? Friday the 13th, Part 2. The body count continues.
Hello, Al Pals. This is Big Al. Welcome to Big Al Presents Films with Friends, the film from 1981, celebrating this special day, Friday the 13th, Part 2, or Part 2, as they like to say in France. But joining us today, of course, is Deleted Scenes. How are you doing, sir? And you got anything to drink, or you're just kind of hanging out?
I have some sweet tea here and a little something to eat here.
Very cool. I have a little peach mango Crystal Light myself. Joining us tonight, our very special guest, Outlaw, formerly Jedi, Bill, from Outlaw Bill on YouTube. How are you doing, sir? First of all, welcome to the show.
Oh, thank you for having me. I'm doing great. It's Friday the 13th. Friday the 13th is a rarity. It only happens maybe once in a year.
Actually, we've got another one coming up. I've already told Deleted Scenes.
December
13th, we're going to watch Part 3.
Oh.
And that's during the Christmas season, because the following night on my channel, we'll be watching Journey to Bethlehem, which is a wonderful little musical about the birth of Jesus. But anyway, just a dichotomy just is like really funny for me. But Friday the 13th, really big when I was young, came out. First one came out, I was 15. So guess who didn't get to see it, because mommy was a killjoy. I had to wait till cable when I finally got around to seeing these things. How about you guys? Deleted Scenes, how about you? What's your
it was cable for me as well.
Yeah. Now, do you like a slasher, or are you kind of not really a slasher guy?
Well, I kind of don't look at. It's kind of weird with me in horror, because you got to get pretty extreme to really scare me or anything like that. So the Friday the 13th movies, and I know some people are going to stick me with spears, as we will see here in a bit.
Another attachment.
And I don't really find the Friday the 13th movies per se scary.
Right.
So
No,
I tend
more comical.
Yeah.
Right. There's it's almost like it's like video game violence.
Yeah, I tend to think
it's not really a scary thing, more of a it's an entertainment.
Exactly what it is. I look at them as kind of like action movies. It's just that they use knives.
Exactly. Outlaw Bill. Just a little thing. Outlaw Bill asked Deleted Scenes. It's like, do you think Al will let me on? I'm like, and Deleted Scenes is like, I don't know how to ask you. I'm like, sure, that's fine with me. I don't mind people joining in. That's fun.
I am a big horror fan aficionado, and I have been watching these horror films since the 80s and 70s. So
it's
Alien was my first horror film.
Oh wow!
I got an uncle. An uncle took me to see it, and I've been watching R-rated movies since the 70s.
Wow, that's kind of cool.
I always have an uncle or somebody who was old enough to take me, and like. Sure.
I only had my mother, and there were some. She did have some red flags there for her. Let's see who's joining us in the chat. Of course, Outlaw Bill showing up. He said hi to everybody. FKHC 2005, also known as Tim, saying hail to everybody. I give a smile to everybody and hope everybody enjoys the film. Of course, I put a Cosby link at the top for you all to watch along with us if you don't have a copy yourself. If you watch this later, sorry, got to have your own copy. I couldn't find a freebie copy that's that's a normal mainstream online. So, but I mean, it's out there. Deleted Seeds giving his salute. Sir Torque again is a personal favorite of his. Welcome, sir. JPRPH1 said howdy. Howdy to you too, sir. Lady Miss, the wonderful garden nymph herself. Thank you for joining in, my lady. I hope these scary images don't wilt your flowers there. Gotta that was weird. But Curtis Selby, how you doing, sir? Kind of ping-ponging around. Gonna leave a like and a comment though. Thank you, sir. Always welcome. And that's all we have joining us so far. Like I said, the Cosby link is at the top. And if anybody's wondering, yes, that is my face behind the mask there. I have a mask somewhere. I can't find it right now. I don't know where it is. And I wish I had an alarm on it. I know I had it when I moved, but I don't know where it is. But I do have myself with the picture, so I could throw that up. Even though, disclosure, a little spoiler, he does not wear a hockey mask in this film. But part 2 is the first appearance of Jason Voorhees. Because, if you remember, the killer in the first movie was his mama, not Jason. So it's kind of interesting there. So let's get to the film here. I mean, we've dilly-dallied long enough. Like I said, it's on Cosby, so fingers crossed as far as this thing working. I'm going to be watching it on Cosby along too, so I'm not going to be able to see any YouTube comments. I got to remember how to do this here. Load the video file. Did you guys know there was another Hellboy movie that came out? Yes. Hellboy, the Crooked Man? Yeah, I was watching it. I haven't done a review yet. But
with the guy from Stranger Things as Hellboy.
No, this is a new one.
A new one.
Just came out. What? It's called Hellboy, the Crooked Man. It's honestly, it's a glorified fan film, is what it is. It just doesn't. I don't know. Mike Mignola actually wrote the script for it, but
I've heard it's fairly comic accurate. At least
it is, but I got to go back and I haven't finished it. Something happened and I couldn't. So I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch the whole thing. Okay, so here
I'm curious about it.
Okay, so I am here. I am on according to this, it's the 4-second mark. Mm-hmm. Are you watching on Cosby deleted scenes in Outlaw Bill? How are you doing this?
Well, I'll be watching the both chats. I do have my own physical copy of the film, so I can sync up that way. Yeah.
Just checking. It says
I'm watching in Cosby, and I have backup on. I have it on file on my system here.
Okay, always good to have backup, and I'm hoping the sound works. We've had some sound issue a few weeks ago. Didn't check it this time, so we'll see. Okay, like I said, I'm at the 4-second mark. You can see the Paramount before the Paramount logo, just the mountain there. In 3, 2, 1, go. They are the stars and Paramount, a Gulf Western company. Doo-doo-boo. I love that effect. It's all creepy.
Oh, I used to scare my little brother with that all the time. He hated me for it. I was such a mean big brother.
Guys, anybody watching on Cosby, let me know if you can hear it or see it. I can see it. I can hear it. So
it sounds good. Looks
good deal.
good. Is
good deal.
Now, needless to say, when I saw this movie the first time, I was not expecting it to open in suburbia. It sort of plays like a Halloween film at first.
It's like this
until, of course,
is weird.
Yeah.
The brain.
This one thing about this film, it hits all those 80s and horror film tropes.
Yeah, even looks like Michael Myers.
Many tropes were made from this film alone. You know, it came from this.
And one little note: that is not a man walking. That's the costume designer. She's a female. They hadn't. I don't know if they had him cast yet or not.
And of course, Adrienne King returning as Alice.
Of course, you're not afraid. she's in retrospect, she is so creepy now.
Did you know in the first film when she got her Mr. Voorhees got her hands cut off, and they show they show her hands. It wasn't her hands. It was Tom Savini's hands. That's why the hairy hand, knuckles and hand.
Mm-hmm.
Now, of course, there's some debate as to whether she knew Jason was actually alive.
Or her whole motive for doing it is because he died. It makes no sense.
But he wasn't
otherwise.
dead, so it's kind of a like, how did he survive all those years out in the woods? This little boy kind of thing. Like I said, ultimately, I don't care. It's it's just funny. It's a geeky thing to debate stuff sometimes. It's a nice little way to recap the first film. See, getting it through her dreams like this. Such a Karen, biting people like that. It's a very Karen move. There could be only one. Nice, idyllic.
Listen,
Was first Jason.
that scene that just happened was we were all watching it on HBO. My parents and a couple of their friends, and there was this one guy that was there. His name was Sam Dokes. He jumped so high out of his seat when that happened. It was the funniest thing in the whole world. We were all laughing for like 10 or 15 minutes because it was so funny.
It was a great jump scare. I know that.
This actor here played Sergeant Tierney in the first movie is Ron Carroll, and he's also in another Sean Cunningham movie, Deep Star 6.
I got to pull out Deep Star 6 one day. That was a good film. I enjoyed that film. Greg Evigan.
Mm-hmm.
Adrienne King had a stalker of her own.
Yeah.
After the first film, that's why she left acting right after this. It kind of freaked her out. You got to be careful, you know.
Yeah, she was one of the very, very first final girls.
Yep.
You know.
Of course,
yeah,
Jamie Lee Curtis is regarded as the first final girl, right?
Yeah, right. Well, yeah, that's right.
Pick up the phone. I almost expect someone to go, "Hello, Sydney."
We started recognizing it because after Halloween, it became a thing where there was a final girl, right?
Yep.
The girl who survives the film. But she was always the badass, the final girl.
Yeah.
Have you seen the movie 13 Fanboy?
I have not.
I think it's something like that, 13 Fanboy, but it stars a lot of them from horror films and The Final Girls, and like Kane Hodder's in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a fun, weird little like independent kind of film.
Yeah, I heard a story recently, and I don't know how true it is, going back to how Jason might have survived. Is there's supposed to be this kid, it's either in Ohio or Wisconsin, it's somewhere in the Midwest. This boy had disappeared a couple of years ago into the woods, and they keep finding like little clues as to where he might be, but by the time to get there, it's like he's always gone. But it's like somebody's always been there, like somebody was camping out, but they keep moving. Oh, it's a weird story, but it's one I kind of want to look into.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. It's like the wild with the in France they had the wild boy.
Yeah.
Do you like scary movies?
Yeah,
I couldn't help it.
Damn it.
Because when you talk about the final girl, she is a great final girl because she is this all-American girl next door kind of a girl.
Yeah.
Not as pretty as the slutty girl, but not like not unattractive.
I wouldn't have pushed any of the girls in the first movie away, to be honest.
Oh, heck no. I wouldn't push any of them away in any of the films. Well.
Oh, true. I mean, there's a few that come up in the later movies that.
Well, yeah.
I really dug.
Her spidey sense tingling. I'm surprised that someone who went through what she did, that she decides to live alone. Well, I'm assuming she lives alone. Ooh, ice pick. Nice choice. Love that 70s colored refrigerator. Nothing like 70s kitchens. Love them. Love that aesthetic.
Yeah, there was a lot of stuff that lingered over from the 70s into the 80s. He's a pretty cat.
See all of those spatulas with a hole in it. It's like to measure noodles, isn't it? Something silly like that. Whoa!
Mrs. Voorhees, what are you doing there?
Oh!
Right in the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Very good, Jason.
Good boy. Good boy.
Yeah.
Nice of him. We didn't have to do that.
We wouldn't want to lower neighbor.
Oh. Okay.
Little explosion. Part 2.
Now, here's the thing about the opening of the film. On all of the posters and all of the ads for this movie, Adrienne King was listed first, like she's the star of the film, right? And then boom, we're like, what? 12 minutes in, she's gone. And that's not only the first time I had seen that happen, because I was expecting her to be in the whole movie. That's the first time I had seen a returning character come back for a sequel and die.
Yeah.
They really
all bets are off,
They really subverted our expectations with that one.
Yeah.
Henry Manfredini's music. I love the music for these films.
Oh yeah, they were brilliant scores.
Yeah.
And
it really doesn't get the praise that it deserves for the musical aspect. I mean, just the way those strings go, it like goes right at the base of the neck, and it's like, it gives you the creepies.
There's a great horror magazine called Rue Morgue magazine out of Canada, and they used to have a podcast ran on the internet called Rue Morgue Radio, and they would often play the experts, the backing track, audio, sound scores from the Friday the 13th films. It was great.
Yeah, but I want to say, God, I love that truck. Badass truck.
Yeah, Ruffy.
I remember we had my dad had I think it was a green or blue Chevy truck like that. Back in the early 80s.
Not to be randomly towed.
You're gonna have to
notice the Exxon.
Doomed. Right.
That girl looks like she's 12. I know she's not.
Well,
I love a nice country store.
Well, that's the thing. They were 19 to 20-year-old actresses playing teenagers that were 17 or 18, right?
Yeah.
You won't be needing it.
I like how the tow truck is also a Chevy truck.
Well, I'm sure there's a, not, well, I don't know so much back then if that was a coincidence or.
That guy there was a great character actor. He played a geek or nerd in a lot of nerdy type 80 films. This guy there,
mm-hmm.
The tall, skinny guy that you have as an avatar deleted.
Yep.
Kind of like the poor man's Eddie Deason.
What was that show he was in on a Sci-Fi Channel? Was that First Wave he was in, or I'm trying to remember? It was one of them.
Don't remember. I never watched First Wave.
Sir Torrance saying in the chat, except this girl actually was 17, which makes the 16 years later in the movie especially awkward.
I love how the windshield of the truck is reflecting all the trees from the light.
Like that, where'd it come from? Chances are, you're going through a wooden area. It probably fell on the road. But, uh-oh.
Notice how the truck had NJ. I guess that stands for New Jersey.
Oh,
on the license plate.
Oh, I didn't notice.
Yeah.
I think this was filmed in Connecticut. Wasn't it? I don't know why I'm thinking.
Well, that's why I believe all these films are supposed to be taken in the state of New Jersey, because that's how they can link Part 8. Jason Takes Manhattan to Manhattan.
Oh,
close. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I did not know that.
I'm still trying to figure out how they got that cruise ship in the lake. No matter. Okay.
Sometimes you just go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was in Connecticut where it was filmed. At least this one. See, they had representation even back in the early 80s. Get your disabled guy in there.
Well, look out. Casey on approach.
Hello.
Yeah.
Nice little close
That's
up.
what's great about 80s films. A lot of gratuitous nudity and the chimpy clothing. You can also almost say that's a trope of these horror films of the 80s. It's late 70s.
Sure it is. Just watch Meatballs. It's an awesome job.
So Jordan is saying that deleted, never mind the boat on the lake. How the hell did they get to Potemkin stairs in this training center? yeah, it's gonna be a thing later.
You could always find one Volkswagen in the Friday the 13th films.
Well,
Slug bug.
It's the ultimate poor girl car. Or, I remember when growing up, I had a cousin. She wanted a purple Volkswagen, and she got herself a purple Volkswagen too.
First wave guy, take over. Ned? Oh. What? No? Okay.
Oh, yeah. She's got him wrapped around her finger. As long as you use protection, you won't be late. But Outlaw Bill, as an aficionado of horror, we all know like the Jasons, the Michael Myers, the Freddys. Do you have a slasher horror film that's not as known that you like? Kind of like a suggestion for someone that might never have seen it? That was a weird way to ask that.
Yeah, no. Now I'm trying to think.
Because I always have one. If anybody ever asks me that, I always say the film Madman.
Non-slasher or slash? It is slasher.
Oh, it can either way. Like in the 80s, though, like this timeline. Because, like I said, there's a film called Madman that came out, like the mid 80s, early 80s. Very, never got a sequel. It's a standalone kind of a film, but it's really a fun little slasher film. It's just one I think it's underappreciated, and I know a girl that looks like her.
I don't want to scare anyone, but I'm about to proceed to scare everyone.
Yeah. Oh, this is a trope in itself where they're sitting around a campfire and somebody has to tell a scary story to get the others scared or to emulate the thought of investigation. It's like that's one thing as a kid I never understood. Why is everybody so intuitive and wants to know what's going on or what's coming? Like, if you just ignore all that, maybe you could survive.
And of course, to our left, his right, Lauren Marie Taylor, and she is in A Violent Nature, the movie that was out earlier this year.
A great slasher film.
Yeah, interesting film. Yeah,
I liked it.
Yeah, so did I.
It took me 2 watches, about 2.5 watches to decide I liked it. I didn't quite liked it on the first view, but around the second or third, it's like, yeah, I like this.
That without going too far into it, the ending of that film kind of throws you for a bit of a loop, but I thought it worked.
I think I actually had a mask exactly like that that I got from J.C. Penney's, and they would always put the Halloween stuff out around this time of year. So it was like, I was happy to go to J.C. Penney's just to see the Halloween stuff.
Yes, and thank you for bringing the actual working spear.
A live spear that has its place later on in the film.
Yeah, in retrospect, they foreshadowed the hell out of it. But,
yeah.
A lot of foreshadowing, That's so great about these films. They continue to make them for, in what today's not a whole lot of money, and they got a whole lot of return on their investment after making these films. We were so starved to see these type of films. We wanted, after seeing the first one and the second one, we wanted more, and we would flood to the theaters to watch these, and they were even popular on like HBO and the pay stations of the day back in the 80s and 90s.
and how many hints does she have to drop?
Hey, look, there's white folk dancing badly.
So we were talking about that girl that I said looked like she's 12, and like what? She's 17.
17.
She's now 60. God, I feel old.
Yeah.
It's actually 1 year older than me. I now know who she looks like. It kept bugging me ever since she first showed up in the truck. There's this she's a bagpiper called Dame of Drones. It looks just like her. Hello. I love horror films for this kind of very reason. It really was like great for the early teen, late teen guys.
That's what I say.
Get your yayas off a little bit.
80s movies were great for the gratuitous nudity.
And like I said, when this came out, I was 16. What a great time to be 16.
Right? I know.
Yeah, it took me another year or so to see it when it came on cable, but still. Stay up late on a Saturday night watching the R-rated films when they pop up.
And then they had to have the ratings change, and there was PG-13 movies, and then they didn't have this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, we won't tell anyone this time.
The creepy guy from the first film. Get a good little peek, sir.
Mm-hmm.
Dade Rich asking, what is your favorite scary movie? Whoa.
The Bob Wire.
Oh, look out. Man, dude.
Of the slasher variety, I do have to say the original Halloween, but I have a fondness for like gothic type horror. I loved the Witch, or the Vitch, as I like to say. But if you go old school, Frankenstein, Bride of Frankenstein, all those Universal horror films, especially The Invisible Man. I have a Universal Monster page on Facebook called Iconic Universal Monsters, and so they're kind of like a part of my life. My favorite Universal monster is the Mummy. My favorite Universal monster film is the Invisible Man. Twist that however you want.
Yeah, I love Universal horror monsters. That's what really made me fall in love with the whole horror genre.
Yeah.
I would constantly watch those films. Came on television quite frequently in the 80s, so I would watch them every time. I think it was either Elvira, Mistress of Dark, her show, or there was another one that was on called the Monster Mash, and they played those Universal Monster films where
Yeah.
I would tune in every Saturday, and I would watch them after cartoons or something.
Yeah, you get Svengoolie. You got Svengoolie now. Svengoolie on I forget what the Me TV. Yeah, Me TV. Locally, we had a guy called Count Gore Duvall. He was the monster host here locally.
Yeah, he's still around, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
In DC area. He also was Captain 20, who was like the sci-fi afternoon cartoon host, or kid show host. You see these girls walking around in these short little shorts, and like the old me, well, of course, appreciating the beauty of such a thing, but I can also go, man, they're going to like get chiggers and ticks and all kinds of stuff. Hey, chiggers, I hate chiggers, man. They're nasty. They itch like anything.
Product placement.
Yeah, Tim's saying, take it off, show us your tits. Today's PG-13 movies are basically R now. Yeah, a little bit. They've kind of loosened it up a bit. she's got a lot of hair.
But still, one thing about modern PG-13 movies, they do not. They may have the language, but they don't have the gratuitous nudity like the films of the 80s and early 90s did.
The 80s really was just a sweet time to be alive.
People often mock the 80s, but hey, go buy put your gas by the gallon in the 80s. You'd love the prices then versus the prices of today.
Oh yeah. Where's his leg? There.
Welcome to Castlar Daniel Garcia. He says he is waiting for the People Under the Stairs remake. I wasn't aware there was going to be one.
Oh no!
Do we need to do that? I mean, really?
No. The People on the Stairs. That one is fine the way it is.
Well, I just watched Speak No Evil the other day. Got my review up for those who want to check it out. I heard it was a remake of a Danish film, and I'm hoping the Danish film was better. I actually read the synopsis. It's a different ending, and I like their ending better.
Speak No Evil is with Ron Howard, Ron Howard's brother, right?
No. Different movie. You're thinking of Evil Speak from the 80s.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a lot of remakes. Daniel, he's talking about Salem's Lot and The Running Man. Yeah, I don't think any of them are necessary, to be honest.
Running Man with Glenn Powell.
Yeah. Now, if they do it more like
the book,
the source material, the book,
yeah,
I could see that working. Yeah.
Now, was it a book or a short story?
Well, no, technically novella.
Novella. Well, yeah.
Also says Mr. Frost with Jeff Goldblum is a great horror film. Yes, been a while since I've seen it though.
No seconds on dessert. Aside from Jason going around killing everybody, that'd be kind of a cool place to be. I like a nice campground kind of a thing by a lake.
I own all of these films, and by far my least favorite of this series is the fifth one, Friday the 13th Part 5.
What's the subtitle of that one? A New Beginning?
5 is a new beginning. Yeah. The 4 was the final chapter. 5 5 is A New Beginning, and 6 is Jason Lives. That's the
That's
one.
what.
That's
That's
one
why
with
he
the
gets resurrected
cool,
with lightning.
yeah, and the cool Alice Cooper song,
Yeah.
"The Man Behind the Mask."
Run, Jason, run. This Blair Witch sequel is weird.
Now that's
Drones,
a
man.
hobo. That's a hobo redneck Kevin right there.
That's kind of like what my trailer looked like before we moved. Not that bad, but close.
Daniel in the chat says part 7 got trimmed by the MPAA. Yeah, a lot of them did. The further into the series you go, a lot of them.
Yeah. Well, this one got 40 seconds.
Oh,
cut. Some of it got. There's a scene that got cut because they had to give it an X, but it's. I think the Shout Factory version has put it back in.
but what does he see? Oh, we don't get to find out yet.
Hammer time.
Yeah, Dade Rich. Tommy's a good character. I like where they go with him. I wish they had done more movies with that character.
Whoa, it must be a little chip.
Oh, hey, yeah. Okay.
Hello.
Hi.
Hello. Hello.
Captain Obvious. Thank you.
I've seen that.
He was in Shopping Mall, wasn't he? The guy who plays Scott. I think he was.
It might have been.
Let me see here. Russell Todd.
Yeah.
Yep, Shopping Mall.
Yeah.
I was watching this particular film just the other day, and where they're going to go have fun at the bar. That's the bar, and supposedly there's a casino. I'm like, it says casino on the outside, but when they show it on the inside, it's like arcade games. I'm like, that's a casino. I'm like, where the heck's a casino? I'm telling myself, where the heck's a casino?
I just found out.
He was bothered by that.
The girl who was pointing at us, it kept bugging me. It's like, I've seen that girl. I've seen her. Where have I seen her before? Finally found her. Looked her up. She was in Midnight Madness, the film we watched a couple months ago. She was one of the girls that was with Leon, the gaming guy who had made the game. I don't know who was here that watched it. So that was her. She was blonde in it though. But I knew those eyes. Speak of the devil. Do it. Come on, do it.
Oh, don't worry, it's coming. It's coming. You can almost do a countdown to it.
It is so easily to slide into my misogynistic self watching these kind of films.
Well, I don't know, but I pretty much claim to be a misogynist male and proud of it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a single guy. I appreciate the female form.
Do you think half of these people are drunk already because they're having so much trouble getting out of the truck?
Hello.
There's the shirt off.
Hi.
And the jogging pants.
Hello. Very athletic. She's built like a swimmer would be built. Kind of lead and that was subtle.
Yes, we may need someone to drive us out of here. Stop it. Okay. All right. Wrong movie.
I remember having all those handheld video games back in the day.
She's a flirty little girl.
Yeah.
Gonna like her. Of course, very dangerous swimming at night with nobody there. Well, nobody you're aware of, anyway. Hello. Yeah, I can't blame him. Being young and silly. In the 80s, before the whole Me Too stuff. Whoa.
I love this. It takes forever to find a knife. No, I'm just hanging around.
I've looked at life from both sides now.
All the blood being rushing to my head. It's like,
that's when you need your EDC knife. For those who don't know, EDC, everyday carry.
no, if he was any type of a real guy, he would have some type of pocket knife in his pocket.
Yeah, like I said, it's whoa. See, Jason is the perfect definition of having an everyday carry. And him being upside down like that, he'll drain real good and fast.
Notice how she went to her room. And all the knives she could have brought, she brings this little Swiss Army knife.
I'll tell you, Swiss Army knife's a darn nice.
I used to have one just like it. It had the toothpick, the scissors, and everything. That was the best knife I've ever had. But
I like holding that like the old grandpa types, like old Barlow knife or something, or canoe. Miller High Life on tap.
Jenny.
Jenny.
Go on.
Oh, the geeky guy there used to be a writer on Star Trek Next Generation.
Mm-hmm.
I like she's sympathetic to him. Get the wrong R word there, sweetie. He's out for revenge.
Say.
I like those too.
Yeah.
I'd like to. I wish they had more focus on them. So they look like they'd be a sweet couple.
But like I said earlier, there are some likable characters.
Yeah.
In this series.
Yeah, a lot of slashers. Most of the the fodder for the killer usually like pretty unlikable.
Yeah.
But you kind of like a lot of these people.
Like I know I keep bringing up In a Violent Nature. That's because this actress is in that film. But in that here, none of these characters deserve what's happening. In a Violent Nature, it's okay. They stole something that belongs to the killer, and he wants it back.
I'll have to try. I'll have to see if I can find that one. I haven't seen that one. In a Violent Nature.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice little.
Yeah.
Oh,
hi. Okay.
Hello. Make sure everything smells good. The camera pan of impending doom.
You were looking for a hairbrush. You didn't have a hairbrush in there.
But the hair's gonna get messed up anyway if you do it right.
But out of all the characters who didn't need to get killed was this guy. He did nothing to nobody, man.
No.
Very least deserving of a kill.
Oh.
Yeah, you forgot your machete, Jason.
Yes, and pushes him down the stairs. Nice.
See, the two nice people don't get to be together, but the ones who kind of are, I won't say not unlikable, but not as likable as the others, get to have their fun. Well, the short term, anyway. Well, they haven't showed the bag over the head yet. I love the imagery with the town that dreaded sundown, which is a favorite of mine. Have you ever seen that one, Outlaw Bill, or the scenes? The town that dreaded sundown.
I probably did, but it's been years, so
yeah.
I've been meaning to revisit it again.
Same guy who did Legend of Maggie Creek. Oh. Did you call it 2 for 1?
Yeah, watching it now, I'm just bothered by that the sign outside says that there's a casino, and you don't see any casino there. Like, where the hell's the casino? It says there's a casino. Go false advertising.
They probably got a back row with some slots or something, like a back room or.
I expected to see a table game or roulette wheel, but nothing. Which is weird because it says there's a casino. Casino would be after hours.
Oh, Vicky, you're so fun. You're so funny about my mind. Hey, Vicky.
There was a poster on the wall of all the different knots to dive.
There he is.
Dude, do something about the fingernails. Get it together.
He's a mani-pedi. Of all the girls in there, I did like her the best.
Yeah.
something sweet about her. Plus, you gotta like a girl who goes for the guy in the wheelchair. Hey, because I'm in a wheelchair, so.
Yeah, I like Dallas. I liked her. There's a girl, I think it's in part 5. The redhead who was in part 5, Sissy. I liked her. The sheriff's daughter is pretty cute too. Yeah. Not 5. The one, no, 6. The one where he gets resurrected.
I have to do a deep dive and look at all the girls and all the Friday the 13th films.
Oh no, everything is completely fine. No, Jason, you said. A legend, you said.
Wonder how leaky those cabins are. Whoa! Gotta give it to the sound design. I don't know if you can hear it, but you can hear like the frogs croaking in the background. You hear it? It's a nice little nice touch to the sound design.
Hi, I'm a door handle. Dewey the door handle. Yeah. Hey there, Ruffy.
That was a good move there, just getting out the window. It's like just get out of here altogether.
I will run away in my car that notoriously does not start.
Well, you press it like you press the gas like that, and the horse is not going to start. Flood that sucker right out. Canvas top, right? I saw that coming. Ooh, right in the Voorhees. It's kind of interesting to look back at Jason at this time. He wasn't at like the unstoppable undead, creature that he would turn into.
Hmm.
An interesting way to edit for the passage of time. That's where you would have liked to have had a needle filled with like cyanide or something to stab him.
Yeah,
Just
rat.
what you need.
Rat.
Think to yourself, it's just a rat, just a little animal that's getting in my face.
Oh no.
Oh,
She had an accident.
that's being a little too scared.
So I know there's some debate about that as to whether she actually did that or the rat, but the angle's kind of wrong for either one of them, really.
Well, the amount would not be rat sized either.
Hmm. Dude, get it together.
You broke the pitchfork. You broke the pitchfork. Is this a chainsaw?
No, no cooking with gas. Wait, did she get him with the chainsaw?
She might have gotten him in the arm a little bit.
Still, it's a chainsaw.
Yeah. It's going to hurt.
Okay.
You stumbled into the wrong building for that, girl. You have his home turf. We get to see what the sheriff saw.
Mm-hmm. And hello to Joshua V.
Hey, Joshua V. Thank you for popping in. So if you want to catch the last few minutes, it's on the Cosby link up at the top of the chat.
Now, for those of you who may have blinked and missed it, and for you trivia folks out there, the bodies in the room are the cop, Terry, and a decomposing Alice with ice pick still in the melon.
Can't believe this works.
It's kind of a play on the original too, him speaking through her. Mm-hmm.
Man, talking about having mommy issues.
Yeah. That's it. Roll over. Nib.
You're not my mama. Slow-mo.
Right in the neck.
It's a flesh wound. Ugh.
First thing I would do is get the heck out of that ugly sweater. I'd be freaking to have that thing on.
Mr. Cranston, and I would have gotten away with it too if it weren't for you meddling kids.
Safe at home.
Dude, there's like one door. Of course, it's an exit.
It's Muffin,
Aww.
a cute little fluffy dog.
Give me one of those sugar. Get a haircut, hippie.
That's probably the best look we ever give, Jason.
And
Yep.
in
Where
the end,
is Paul?
there was no Paul. What? Oh, sorry.
Like I say, they leave his fate up in the air, unknown. Anybody else ever expect to see her eyes open? To this day, I still watch that. Just wonder when those
I
eyes are
used
going
to
to
think
open.
the eyes open too. I think they did have that, but they might have cut it out. Or our minds did that when we were kids.
Yeah,
when we were younger.
Like I know those eyes opened a little bit. I saw them. It looked like they blinked. So boy, that great score that just goes through you. Monster Go Go. Oh, nice one, Tim.
Yeah. In the end, there was no monster. Yeah. Oh, wonderful.
And that is Friday the 13th, part 2. To celebrate this, of course, holiday. I don't know if we consider it a holiday, but we leave the Cosby site. And so, did you guys have fun watching that again? Thoughts on what happened? Thoughts on what happened to Paul? Thoughts on why she was left alive? Nice, kind of interesting things to think about. Because I'm trying to remember part 3. I honestly do not remember what happened in part 3, but I need to. We'll get to part 3. I will say, I'm going to announce here, December 13th of this year. It's a Friday the 13th. I'll be here and we will watch Friday the 13th, part 3, which was originally 3D, but and some of the effects still kind of work in the 3D without the 3D thing, but
there's a lot of 3D adverts. That's when the 3D was hot in the early 80s. Of course, we had red and blue 3D glasses. The glasses were either red and blue.
I actually think that one I saw in the movie theater. And it's also where I found out I don't do 3D very well because I have a lazy eye. So I don't see 3D that well. Gives me a headache. Big Ass, have you done the Twilight Zone the movie? No, I have not done Twilight Zone the movie yet. That'd be an interesting one to do in the future. Tim saying next week we do James Franciscus's and Finder of Lost Loves. Cool. Do you for a future? Are
that
you
was
Tony
Franciosa. Tim, Tony Franciosa.
Yeah, but so you're our special guest, Bill. Yeah, this is your chance to promote yourself before we head out. What you got coming up, and what's your channel like? And
well, as you know, I do Western cinema with Deleted here, and we do action theater, which we do on Thursdays. What
you got
this week? Because I had that doctor's appointment that I actually was unable to get to. But, actually, funny you should ask. I'm starting my season of fear. My September through October, basically all Halloween themed and stuff on my channel.
Right.
And we're getting ready. I'm going to be doing on a special time tonight, Buckets of Blood Theater. Following your show, I have lined up, if anybody's interested, I have Friday the 13th Part 3 lined up. And it's a double feature. Friday the 13th Part 3, and then we're going to watch Jason Goes to Hell, if anybody is interested.
Oh, so you could be watching Part 3 later. Oh, okay. Well,
yeah.
I'll still do it next. I'll still do it in December.
Yeah. You got.
I know you got Western. You do are you still doing Western cinema through this month?
I am gonna try to still do the Western cinema.
I go do like what was that?
I'm gonna be
What's that?
also.
Bone something tomahawk? I forget what. Help me here.
We did Bone Tomahawk.
Bone tomahawk. Okay, you already know that one.
We got some other westerns lined up for this year, this season. So.
Oh, okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Billy Scenes, what you got coming up?
All right. Well, let's see. Tonight, Friday. Saturday, tomorrow, if all goes well, I am going to be joining the gang over at Pop Culture Minefield for a Saturday afternoon matinee. And this week's film is Big Trouble in Little China.
Oh, very cool.
Good film.
And hopefully, if at that point in the night I am still awake and he is still on, hopefully I will join Bill for a few rounds of after hours karaoke. Let's see, Sunday, of course, Western Cinema Presents. It's at 4 p.m. My show, Unscripted, is going to be at 8 p.m., episode 79. All hail our feline overlords. Something is rotten in Springfield, Ohio, and I got a few words to say about it. So that's what the show is going to be about. And let's see. That's the precursor to Geeky Geezers over on Aged Boomer's channel. I'll be in the chat there. And, of course, later that night, The Other Side of Midnight, which is my late Sunday night, early Monday morning chill stream, which may or may not include a couple of people here on the panel, depending on their schedules.
Depending on if I'm asleep or not.
Yes.
That's usually the problem.
Right. And then let's see. Nothing as of yet on Monday. Tuesday, live from Sparkle 21. It's a retrospective of the Twin Peaks television series. My co-hosts include Troy Pacelli, Netters Network, and Aged Boomer. And we're going to be watching and discussing episode 12 of season 3. Let's see. Yeah, that rounds out the next week. And of course, stay tuned to my community page for any changes or any upcoming videos. I have, unfortunately, it appears, been shadow banned. So any eyes I can get on my channel, and anybody who will share out the streams, I would appreciate it.
Okie dokie. So yeah, definitely keep an eye out for Deleted Scenes, and of course our special guest, Outlaw Bill. I've got a link to his channel is down below. I've added him to the friends list down there. So if you want to click on that and check his channel out, he's got a lot of great rewatches and things like that on it. I do want to thank you for joining us tonight, Outlaw Bill. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thanks for having me.
Definitely. Anytime you feel like watching a movie, just
well, you do some of my favorites, so yeah.
Well, I try. I try to do some good ones. Like I said, between now and the end of October, they'll be horror themed in a way, somewhat of a way. As far as what's upcoming for me, tomorrow night at 10 p.m. on Netters Network, I will be joining Netter and Troy. We're going to be watching Dune Part 1, the latest incarnation from Denis Villeneuve, and looking forward to that. It's going to be a long night. That's a long movie. And of course, keep an eye out for any reviews that I might do. I've got a review up for Speak No Evil, and of course, Beetlejuice, and I did a couple of retro reviews because there really wasn't a lot I was getting a hold of that I felt like watching. Did one for Crawl, which I really liked. I really like that movie. Love a good alligator movie. Love a bad alligator movie, but I even really love a good alligator movie. So keep an eye out for any reviews that I might have coming up. And as far as Films with Friends, the next one is next Saturday at 10 p.m. We will be watching from 1986, The Wraith, starring Charlie Sheen, Sherilyn Fenn, and my close personal friend, Clint Howard. I say that. I met him at a convention, and we had a really nice little chat for a while. That was really cool. But any final words, guys?
Right. Well,
guess not.
Yeah, I'll go out with my normal closing. Okay. Thank you all once again to everyone who joined us in the chat. Thank you once again, Al, for inviting me on. Thank you, Bill, for being the subject matter expert, so to speak. And as I always say at the end of every show, from HQ and all points north, south, east, west, and beyond, good night, take care, stay strong, be safe, because this is how we win.
I, of course, do want to thank everybody who joined in tonight. It's always great to have you, great to enjoy, like I said, Films with Friends. This is my social time, and it's great spending it with you, my Al pals. The next Friday I do will probably be in 2 weeks. I don't know what film yet. All depends on what I feel like. But I'll shore it up and I'll get with the lead scene, see if one, he'll join me, and two, what I don't know. I might go old school. I don't know. We'll see. But once again, thank you, everyone. I hope you have a very, very safe, happy weekend ahead. And of course, tune in a few minutes to Last Call with Troy Pacelli. Say Films with Friends raid. And I don't know, just for fun, I would really enjoy that. And it's a very serious stream he's having tonight. It's basically about America, and of course we just had September 11th, so I think he's having a pretty serious stream tonight. So definitely one to catch if you can. Take care, everyone. Until the next time, always try to find something fun to watch, and take care. Bye.